We are extremely blessed to have the opportunity to continue postseason play. The back-to-back Conference USA regular season champions and Conference USA championship tournament champions. That's pretty special, especially with the new conference that we've been in. Excited about that and earning our way to postseason with the NCAA, going to regionals. I heard this is our 5th regional in a row. It's our 6th since I've been coaching here. This is my 12th season, and we've got a pretty fun track record of being able to take down host teams, but to do it twice is what we're looking to do. And hopefully this year will be it, with an amazing task that we're going to have to face the number one ranked team in the country. So we're excited to be at Texas A&M and be at that regional in College Station, bringing back a lot of memories when the Olympic team, we played there, as well as a few years ago, we're at Texas A&M. I was actually recruited at Texas A&M way back when. So it's going to be some cool memories. I remember the longest game I ever played in 29 innings was against Texas A&M with a lefty Lori Stahl. When I was at UCLA, it was a 5.5-hour game, and we won on a squeeze play with 2 strikes on the batter, which was me putting it down, scoring, Debbie, our first baseman, who was at third. So flashbacks to Texas A&M, excited to be a part of it. Just so proud of this team, you guys. I hope you've enjoyed all the time watching them this season. This is without a doubt the strongest team athletically and talent-wise that I've had in the 12 years here. And they're on a mission, and the mission is to glorify God and all that we do. And the best way to do it is to use the gifts He's given us at the top and the highest level. And we're going to be at that platform this weekend.
Coach, I guess what was your first reaction when Texas A&M kind of pops up on that screen? At this point in time, you know you're going to play somebody good, but to see the number one team and having to go back to a place you're familiar with, but face up against the Aggies.
Shocked. It was shocked because right before the watch party began and the selection show, I had asked all the players, where do you think we're going to go? And they all were like, South Carolina. And one person said Clemson. And I'm like, well, these are legitimate opportunities for us. And so we all knew we were not going to Texas A&M. Just came up there, 2 other teams, and all of a sudden it's they're like, in Conference USA champions, Liberty, and started talking about Roop, and our players were talking to each other. And I was like, you guys, that's us. And everyone looked. And so when you look, they were the shock of the shortest watch party in history being in that first group. But what a privilege to be postseason, and Texas A&M, in order to be the best, you're going to have to play the best, and it's happening sooner than we thought, but we're going to give it our best.
What value from having your non-conference schedule has that prepared you to be able to go now and take on one of the top teams in the country?
Well, the schedules that we have every year are to prepare us for these moments, and this is no exception. Texas A&M, I've been watching them all season as I'm a part of the committee that ranks the top 25, so I've been seeing them play, and I've ranked them at the top, almost every week. So for our kids, our team has, we've taken down, Alabama this year and UCF and UNC. So we've got those victories under our belt, and we've been able to play some really strong competition. But Virginia Tech and Virginia are always strong. Virginia's at the location we thought we were going to be. Best to them. And Virginia Tech on the road is a question too, why that happened. But the committee is the committee and where we're at. And I'm excited that our kids feel prepared. Our staff is amazing. And we have, they're going to be prepared. Scouting has already started. We're looking at Marist first. We got to get that done, 1 pitch at a time. We're not looking ahead. We can't. You have to get it done. God's got a plan, and we're going to trust it.
You mentioned this is your 6th tournament. You've been 5 in a row. You've seen a lot of softball over the years. Do you still find yourself learning new things when you get to the regionals? What are some things in the last couple of trips that you've had with these really close calls that you're hoping to take into this year with this talented team?
Well, it comes down to everything has to go your way, right? You have to be at the top of your game, and you have to get the calls, and your hits have got to be at least an inch fair as opposed to an inch foul. And you looked at you look at the times that we have competed, and sometimes you just have to say we're not ready yet. Like the players have to feel it. They have to be a part of it. And we have now. So I've used the comments of last year being 1 out away from super regionals, making Liberty softball history. 1 out away. 1 out. So I look at that, and this team has been fueled by tasting the appetizer, if you would, and they're ready for the entree. And ultimately, we're going to have an amazing dessert. And so, but that takes experience, it takes time, and this team is experienced, and they have had the time, and they've grown together. They love to play the game, and they love to play for each other. And when you have a culture like that, a lot of great things can happen. But we also are realistic to know that, you know, us being sent to Texas A&M is a challenge, a big challenge. But hey, it could be a fun one. Look at David and Goliath. So, you know, let's see what we do. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And what do they call the 12th man?
Aggies, yeah.
Right. So we're going to be in their hometown. It's a beautiful stadium, one of the best in the country. A lot of stadiums have been modeled off of ours as we continue to, you know, grow in the sport of softball, and it's great to see it. And I'm just excited about having the opportunity to play one of the best in the country.
You mentioned Marist, and they've won a lot of games, 47 games, and I think they've won 17 straight. What have you learned about them so far?
Well, they have a good pitcher in the circle, and we've been watching her, and they have a couple really good hitters that are, you know, hitting in the 400s. So we have got to take them seriously. Their record, 47-7 and 1 tie. So like I said, we are not overlooking them at all, and we can't. We just have to play one pitch at a time, and that's our focus.
How's Elena feeling in holding up? I know she's been dealing with that Achilles injury, and would she have 300 some odd pitches last week? How's she feeling?
It's a great question to talk about Elena Escobar, because I just passed the athletic training room and she's there getting treatment, and our athletic trainer Michael has said there's less swelling. It's looking really good. I asked her and she goes, "Coach, I'm feeling really good." We need to have her. The games that we struggled and lost, the few that we did in that month span was, you know, we were down our ace pitcher and also our shortstop. So Savannah Watley is coming from just a freakiest accident, really severe concussion. So we were down with our starters, 2 starters, and they're coming back, and we'll see how Savannah, you know, Watley, if she'll be able to join the group by the doctor's report that she's going to be getting today as well. But E in the circle, you know, is amazing, but has not even been her best yet because of the injuries she's had, and it's been a couple of them. And I want to put a shout out for her as a nursing major. She has overcome a lot of sleepless, nights in regards to her clinicals and doing what she needs to do. So well-deserving, most valuable player of the conference championship tournament that we just had. So pretty remarkable young woman.
How did the run in the Conference USA tournament kind of sharpen you guys up in terms of you lose a game Friday, you have to bounce back, you have to fight your way through that, and then Saturday it kind of all comes together and you're able to surge to a championship?
Well, anyone watching it realizes we needed it, right? We open up, we win, then we come back and we're just there. You can't play by just being there. You got to want to compete. You've got to wake up and be the best that you can be when your best is required. And when we played Jacksonville State, didn't do it. And then we go with La Tech, who we already had beaten, right, 4 times, and we're going into the 5th time playing them, and a really good team, the highest other ranked team, in our conference. And about, I would say it was the 6th inning or so, we finally got it. I mean, I'll never forget it. It was the bunt. There was R1, a bunt goes down, and Rachel Crane dives for the bunt as it was popped up foul, and she catches it. And when she got up, the fury, right, the fierceness, the excitement, right, the determination, like that is how you win championships. And we needed to feel it, and we were face on it because that game could have gone either way. And once that happened, they started believing again. They were ignited. You can't just go through a season going, okay, well, we're first seed and we're just going to show up. And no, you have to compete every single pitch. You have to want it more than they want it. And that's why I thought we had to go through that day, and we rose to the occasion when we needed to. And it stayed with them as you saw the championship game as we ruled, and we're just playing with a lot of competitive fire.
Coach,
No pun intended, it's flames, but
Flames, good one. You said the Texas A&M, they're the 1 seed, but it seems like Liberty doesn't really care about the seeding. I mean, I think about 2 years ago, knocking off a top seed in the regional. I mean, do you feel like people view you guys as maybe a little more intimidating now, especially coming into their home, knowing that they could potentially get the boot?
Yeah, personally, I feel that Texas A&M might be a little concerned because being the number 1 seed to have us doesn't really make a lot of sense if you think about it. We took down, we beat South Carolina when we were there. We beat Tennessee and took them out of their regional. We beat Georgia in the Duke regional. We beat UCLA in their regional, knocked them out. We also, beat Georgia once and very close to taking them down to go to Supers. So I don't think Texas A&M is going to take us lightly, but that's a nice form of respect. I don't think anyone should take anyone lightly, but yeah, it was very interesting for the choice for us to be there. But beautiful environment, great, passionate fans. It's going to be great with the 4 teams. St. Francis coming from Pennsylvania, Marist from New York, right, and us from Virginia going to Texas. So maybe the committee sees a benefit just of us traveling. It'll be fun, but every team that I have seen this year is beatable. And when you go to postseason, you guys, you never know what's going to happen. But there also is, we do respect their positioning because I agree with their ranking. They're extremely in the circle, powerful with a lefty with speed. Just took down Tennessee against Carlin Pickens as well. They have hitters, they have speed. So we got to be at the top of our game. And if we're excited and moving with the ball is the way we're capable of doing it, it's going to be high impact energy. So if we're not present, then it'll be a lull of just disappointment. But I think this team's ready for it. We have 9 seniors, right? So it's 9, right, Joe? Or am I counting Caleb? It's 8. Caleb is our senior manager. He's an amazing guy. So we have 8 seniors. Brooke Roberts was able with the NCAA to get another year as a JUCO transfer. So told me she's returning. So we'll have her next year. But they're playing for a purpose. And I'm just blessed to be a part of it. And I'm getting chills thinking about it. As you can see, my leg is just starting to move because it's like, let's go. You can feel it. You guys, postseason is like awesome.
Do your girls love that aspect of like the watch party? Didn't matter where y'all popped up, like knowing that y'all are the bracket busters when it comes to the softball NCAA tournament? We
definitely believe that we can, take down some higher ranked teams in our regions. We've done it. And, when you do something, you're capable of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to continue doing it. But we also know we have to finish. We have to finish it. And will this be the amazing year for it to happen in a situation that many believe it's impossible? I've seen a lot of people talking and saying, oh, Texas A&M has the easiest regional. And okay, well, let's have some fun.
Yeah. That's an interesting take.
Yeah.
No credited journalists are saying that, Todd. None of them. Easiest regional, come on.
Coach, how's the travel experience with the girls? I mean, you guys are going to gain an hour, going to College Station, and just being around the 8 seniors. What's it been like throughout the season and now postseason? Now, what are you looking forward to?
As much as people have enjoyed watching this team play, you would enjoy getting to know them even more. They are such an amazing group, and I've always given it to the Lord to bring us the recruits that He wants us to have. And this group has come together in such an amazing way. We have some transfers that have come from Power 5, now Power 4, and soon to be maybe Power 2s or Tier 1, whatever happens in college. We've had them come to us because this is a culture they want. When you know what you want, then you want to protect it. You want to be a part of it. But it was kind of funny because we weren't able to get enough seats on flights to get us to College Station. So we will be chartering to get there. And what's fun about that is, it's going to be less stress on us and the time. And when you have to drive 2 hours and you got to wait 2 hours and you get a flight that's 2.5, 3 hours, and you got to drive another 2 hours to get there. We are going to be very blessed to be able to get there, in a 2.5 hour flight and we're done, we're there. So I mentioned that only because we're all going to be together with the flight and it's going to be a lot of fun, and they're going to be nerves. So don't underestimate that. But I have to say, it was the shortest watch party because when we were in the first regional selection, I went in front of the girls thinking, are we going to sit here for an hour? And I said, do you guys want to keep watching this show? And they said, no. And it was really cool. Turned it off, and we just started getting real. And the shock at first and the realization of, okay, let's do this. With God, all things are possible. And you started to see them already, because they watch teams play, and you could see it, and that was a really good thing.